Okay, hi, this is Darren from PT Health. Come down today to do some circuits, show you some circuits, film some circuits, but before I start with the circuits I just wanted to address one thing. This is probably the, if you like, the number one secret in health and fitness. This is the thing that people are always struggling with, constantly get asked, how is it? I've been going to the gym for all these years, I've been running all these miles, doing all these hours on the treadmill or on the stepper or whatever it might be, and I just don't seem to be able to get rid of the tummy, I just don't seem to be able to get rid of the love handles, whatever it is, I just can't get my body fat down, I don't seem to get results, okay? There is one main reason why people can't get results, and I'm going to just kind of address that today, okay? The biggest mistake that people are making with regard to reducing body fat, which is what most people ultimately want. You know, people don't come in and say, oh, I want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I want to get massive, great muscles. What most people are looking to do is to slim down, get rid of body fat, have the physique they've already got, but with half the body fat, so that they can see their abs, so they can see definition, so they can see their biceps, etc., rather than just being covered in a layer of fat. No offense. There is one main reason why people aren't getting those results, and that is because they're working on the wrong premise. They're working on this notion that it's all about a calorie in, a calorie out. Okay, we've been working, the whole health industry seems to have been working on this ridiculous notion that it's about a calorie in, a calorie out, that as long as you burn off more calories than you consume, then you're going to lose body fat, okay, then you're going to get less fat, okay. It does not work like that. I can't express that enough. Body fat is regulated by insulin. Insulin is regulated by sugar. Okay, that's the only equation you need to know. Sugar drives insulin. Insulin drives fat cells. Okay, that basically pushes your calories, pushes your food into fat cells to keep it fairly basic and understandable. The more sugar you eat, the fatter you get. Simple as that, okay? So you can't just come to the gym, burn off 200 calories, whatever, and then think, well, that's got rid of the 200 calories that I ate this morning, or the 200 calories of crap food I ate earlier on, or whatever. It doesn't work like that, okay? So what you need to remember is, if you're trying to get rid of body fat, don't worry about calories. It's got nothing to do with calories. Most people aren't consuming hundreds and thousands too many calories, they're consuming too much of the wrong type of calories, and that means sugar, okay? Cut back the sugar and you'll see a huge difference in your results, okay? Now that obviously brings us to the next question. People always say to me, well, I don't eat much sugar, Darren. You know, my diet doesn't have much sugar. What they're really saying is, I don't sprinkle lots of sugar onto my food. I don't add sugar into my food. Well, that has got nothing to do with it, because the food industry does that for you, okay? The amount of hidden sugars that are in foods is absolutely astronomical. That is why we now have a nation of obese, diabetic people. It's no mistake that those two have come together, obesity and diabetes, okay? They're both sugar related, they're both inextricably linked. One is exactly the same, the cause of one is exactly the same. How much sugar you're sprinkling onto your cornflakes in the morning, cornflakes are already loaded with sugar. The semi-skimmed milk that you're pouring on your cornflakes is already loaded with sugar. The bread that you're having for your toast is already loaded with sugar. It's the things that people don't know that are loaded with sugar that are causing the problem. The skimmed milk, or the modern milks, the semi-skimmed and the skimmed milks, the breakfast cereals, the breads, the pastas, the white rice. That kind of stuff is absolutely loaded with sugar. It's all grain based. That's what's causing the problem, okay? So if you're really struggling, if you're one of those people, like 95% of the rest of the population, it seems these days, that try to take up some activity, seem to slog their guts out trying to burn off calories, and wonder why they're still not getting anywhere, this is what you need to start doing. Looking at, what are you eating every day that's got sugar in it? Your breakfast cereals, your milks, your dairies, your grain products, your pastas, your breads, that type of stuff. What the industry calls energy foods. Ridiculous, okay? It's got nothing to do with energy, it's got everything to do with profits. That's the stuff they make loads of money on. That's the stuff that's loaded with cheap products, okay? Cheap grain products, cheap sugar products. So that's the stuff that you need to get out of the diet. Juices are another good example. Just loaded with sugar, okay? That is the problem. It doesn't matter that when it was an orange it had vitamin C. Now it's not an orange, it's a glass of juice and it's loaded with sugar, okay? Get that stuff out of the diet, okay? Stick to vegetables, stick to meats, stick to fish, poultry, fruits in moderation, not too much fruit, again lots of sugar. Fructose is very quickly turned into fat. So if it's natural, it's okay. If it was put here by nature, it's okay. If it's in any way processed, if it comes in a brightly coloured box, if it comes in a packet, if it's on a supermarket shelf, for example, if it's got an ingredients list, if it wasn't put here by nature, if it wasn't here 10,000 years ago, don't eat it, okay? It's very simple. That, in a nutshell, is why you're not getting the results you want. So, be vigilant, have a look on the side of packets, but pretty much if it's got an ingredients list, you've already gone wrong, okay? Stick to natural, whole foods, meat, fish, poultry, vegetables, fruit, pulses, beans, etc., things like that. Everything else, breakfast cereals, modern milks, breads, pastas, grain products, get that out of the diet and see within 2 weeks. Yeah, if you want to do a real good cereal challenge, don't eat cereal for 2 weeks and then see how you change. Okay, so just wanted to go over that today. I get asked this all the time, why aren't I getting the results I want? And this is the number one reason. It's not about a calorie in, a calorie out, it's about sugar, it's about grains. Get those out of the diet and then see how you do. Okay, give it 2 weeks, give it a month, see how you do. Take a waist measurement, take a weight. It's not that important weight, but take a waist measurement. If you've got the ability, take a body fat test. Give it 2 or 3 weeks on this without sugars in the diet. See how you feel, see how your waist feels, see how your trousers or your skirts fit. Okay, you'll be surprised how much of a difference this makes. And then once you know this, pretty much that's the missing link. That's the key. That's why there's so many people walking around at gyms thinking, how come this person has lost this much body fat when I can't do it? How come everyone else seems to be getting success when I can't do it? Okay, this is the missing link. Okay, get sugars out, get the grains out, you should be fine. Okay.